Alright, fellas. This draft last night was probably, to three teams, one of the saddest things when it comes to drafting that I have ever witnessed or I've ever seen. If you are a Bears fan, alright, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over the three worst picks and teams that had all of this time off, the month of January, part of January, actually almost all of January, February, and all the way up until this last night for the playoff. Not for the playoffs. I'm sorry, fellas. It's like 8:30 in the morning. You had all of this time as GMs, coaching staff, etc. You had all of this time of missing the playoffs and these months and days to prepare for this draft to get the player that fits your needs, and you did not do so. And I'm going to say it right now. Number one, I'm a Packers fan. Yeah, I'm the least biased guy you'll meet. So yes, Jimmy, you picked the Bears. You're being biased. Well, guess what? You just recently, I would say about a month or two before the draft, you just recently paid Glennon a backup for Tampa Bay, I think, a while ago. You just paid him don't know the exact amount, but you just paid him over $15 million to be the quarterback of your team. And then you waited until the draft, and when your pick was on the clock, I don't know if your GM was picking his nose the whole time or what the heck it was, but you spent all of that money on Glennon, and you pick Mitch Trubisky. Not only do you pick Mitch Trubisky, you trade up every single one of those picks that you had. And whether it was a second, third, fourth, I don't care what it was. You have all of those picks for your franchise, and you trade all of them for the second overall pick and get another quarterback that you just, another addition to someone you just paid over $15 million for what, 2-3 years for? I don't know the exact statistics, excuse me. What are some of these guys thinking? The Bears still suck, I guess. They always will. The Bears will win 15 games. The Bears still suck. They could win 20. They could go to the Super Bowl and lose or win. The Bears still suck. Like, seriously? I mean, that draft pick just proved basically almost everything so far this year. But anyways, that's me on the Bears' first pick. The second pick that really just, not as much as the Bears, that kind of sent me through the roof was the first round and the 15th overall pick that the Colts had with this Malik Hooker guy or whatever the heck you want to call him. Andrew Luck has been hit so many times so early in his career. He had a lacerated kidney last year. That is not Andrew Luck's fault. That is not the defense's fault. That is not Chuck Pagano's fault. That is nobody's fault but the offensive line. But you get a safety. You expect you're going to put how tall is he? I can't even see right now. You put a 6 feet, 100 and some odd pound guy on the offensive line? You get a safety instead of an offensive lineman? You were out of this world crazy. Like, yeah, you got rid of one of your safeties, but he wasn't doing anything. What was he doing? Just letting the ball run over, just get sail over his head every time for a touchdown? That's all he really did. Adams didn't do anything. But Andrew Luck suffered a lacerated kidney. This guy is young. He has all of this time in his career ahead of him, but you draft the safety. You draft a safety out of this world, bro. Like, I could literally, I don't even have a degree in education of anything in the sporting field yet, which I will eventually have. I could literally have more success than most of these GMs without any educational requirements. Without anything. I am probably smarter than just about 75% of these clowns that are in this draft. And all any of these GMs, clowns, presidents, whatever the heck you want to call them. Someone just be smart with me later on. I don't care. I could usually name all this perfectly, but it's like 8:30, 8:40 in the morning. So I don't feel like fully explaining myself. And the last pick that really set me off. Oh, yes. Where is it? Gotta look at what I wrote down or like research. What's the guy's name? Apologies here. I had this up earlier. Oh, was it? Thank you. The 10th overall pick that Kansas City had, Patrick Mahomes? I don't question the guy's talent. Texas Tech is a passing college. Any quarterback could throw for 5,000 yards at Texas Tech because they don't even run the ball at all if you actually watch college football. They run an air raid offense in college football and play the worst teams in football. They play high school teams they play basically college people that play at the high school level. Like stuff you see up here in Section 3. Like terrible. But getting back to the draft, I ran away a bit there. You have Alex Smith. Alex Smith is a good quarterback. He has been very solid for the Kansas City Chiefs and will continue to be very solid for the Chiefs. But you get a quarterback. You are treating Alex Smith like he's older than Tom Brady. You are treating Alex Smith like he's 40 years old. Why are you already rebuilding what you have? Oh, my. Like, what could they have done? Jamal Charles is injury prone. So, yeah, but then Charkandrick West played really well. You have, you know what? I honestly think you should get like another receiver. But I'm pretty sure they were before Tampa Bay. They could have gotten that Mike Williams guy from Clemson. Like they could have gotten a receiver to complement Travis Kelce and Jeremy Maclin. They could have done that. But they get a quarterback that through all these amazing stats on a college that barely runs the football, barely does 10 carries for their backs a game. You run a quarterback from an air raid offense at the NCAA Division I level with 18, 19-year-old kids. Now, not even 10 carries in the backfield. I kid you not. I am a college football nerd. You draft Patrick Mahomes, and like I said, you basically are rebuilding what you already have. Like what? This didn't happen when New York City or whenever the hell when they were building the Empire State Building. That's a hell of a tall building, but you better be damn straight they didn't stop halfway. They didn't do all these hundreds and thousands of stories and stop halfway. They didn't rebuild what they have. They don't need to rebuild again what they have done. I don't understand. You have a phenomenal building in New York City. Why rebuild it? You have the Empire State Building, famous for New York City. Why would you rebuild it? You have Alex Smith, who has been phenomenal in Kansas City. Oh my gosh. A backup quarterback, you can get more receivers for Alex Smith to throw to. These guys are so perplexed, it's not even funny. But, man. I don't know, man. I love football, and this is why I'm here. Like, this is such a good and fun and competitive field and topic. But I'm telling you, most of these guys are not smart. Most of these guys lack common sense. They just been watching and been around the game for a long time. They're all about the lottery. They're all about the lottery. They don't get the best available. They're all about the lottery. They all pick the best. Most of them just pick the best player available, on not even on what their team needs are. A lot of them just pick the best player available. Like, really? I don't know, but I'll see you guys. It was just an early morning rant. Just absolutely could not get over um, the amount of those three picks. The amount of chaos that was created in my head in those three picks that I was just mentioning and analyzing. I just don't understand. All right, fellas. Peace. I'm out.